Thanks for joining me. This is Data Graphics Part 2. So in the first part, we walked through how to take your data and create a graphic for the data. In this part, we're going to be given the graphic and we're going to be asked questions related to it. So the first one, an insurance company determines vehicle insurance premiums based on known risk factors, one of which is the color of your car. The insurance company believes that people with some color cars are more likely to get in accidents. To research this, they examine police reports for recent total loss collisions. The data is summarized in the bar graph below. So it is a bar graph because it's categorical data. Notice your variable of interest is on the bottom, it's on the horizontal axis, and the frequency is on the vertical axis. Also notice that each bar is labeled at the top with the frequency. So that makes it really easy to tell what the frequency is. Otherwise, you would just be taking a guess because you don't know exactly where it is between like 30 and 35. Okay, so we're going to use that to answer the three questions. How many cars were included in the bar graph? So in this example, you just want to add up all the frequencies. So 25 plus 52 plus 41 plus 36 plus 39 plus 23. So when I added those up, I got 216. How many cars were red? So we just are going to go look at the red variable and we see that that bar goes up to 41. What is the relative frequency of black cars? So we're going to take the number of black cars, so that's 39, and divide it by the total, 216. So 39 divided by 216. If we want the percentage, we can, so here's the decimal, or here's the fraction, or the decimal is 0.1806 rounded to the nearest 10,000th. And then the percentage would be 18.06%. So different things they could ask you. They could ask you the total, wherein you need to just add up all of the categories, all of the frequencies for all of the categories. They could ask you how many were in a certain category, or they could ask you a relative frequency. In that case, you just take the frequency and divide it by the total. So common questions to be asked with a bar graph or a histogram. The second common example is getting information from a pie chart. So Sarah categorized her spending for this month into 4 categories: rent, food, fun, and other. The percentages she spent in each category are given in the pie chart. If she spent a total of $2,600 this month, how much did she spend on each category? So the percentages tell you the percent of the amount she spent. If you know the total, which in this case we do, it said $2,600, we can just multiply the total times the percent of each category. So let's just label. We've got fun, that's 16%. So 16% as a decimal is 0.16, and we just multiply the total that she spent times 0.16. When I did that, I got $416. On food, she spent 24%, which is 0.24, so we will multiply that by 2,600, and we get $624. Rent, same thing. We're going to multiply the decimal, which is 0.26, times 2,600, and we'll get $676. And then on other, that is 34%, so 0.34 times 2,600, we get $884. So in general, they'll probably ask you for one category or two. They're not going to ask you for all of them more than likely, but if they do, it's not hard to figure that out. Notice that your percentages all add up to 100%. So if you add up all the percentages in the pie chart, it equals 100%. That's because that's the whole. Also notice that if you add up all of your dollar amounts on the right-hand side, you should get to 2,600, which is the total amount she spent. These examples came from the College Mathematics textbook from Scottsdale Community College. It is an open textbook resource that's available online. If you're interested in checking it out to get more examples, that would be great.